Wasn't feeling the best this episode. It's Monday, but I'm hoping you're at least entertained by this episode. Thank you for checking Peach's Pit Party, the podcast out. Enjoy. It is Monday, November 25th, 2024. Hope you are doing well. It was more so a cleanup weekend. I know I say I clean my place a lot, but sometimes I like to procrastinate on it. But this weekend, I went through all my shirts, got rid of all the shirts that I didn't want any longer, cleared up a lot of space in my closet. And then I decided on Sunday to get my Christmas cards printed. Get them, try to at least get them printed, I should say. Because I went to the first Walmart location. I talked about this on Victor's show. Went to the first Walmart. They couldn't find my order for like 10 minutes. Finally found it. It had somebody else's name on it, even though my name was on the Christmas cards. And then after that, I grabbed them, went out the store, sat in my car in the parking lot and said, you know what? Maybe I should check these out. See if they look great, which they did look great until I looked at the right-hand side of the card there, and every single one of them had Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Brendan Peak, P-E-A-C. So I had to go back inside, have them reprint them. The worker there was all like, oh, usually they don't reprint orders. They don't reprint online orders. Just our manager made an exception for you, which I was like, well, these are completely off. I would have been extremely mad if I paid the money that I paid for these cards just to have them all cut off. Part of me just said, sure, I'll take these, but I'm like, you know what? No, I'll send those out and everybody will ask me, why is the right side completely cut off there? So had them reprint them, ended up going back home, came back hours later to find out that their printer was just not working right, and they said it was dying on them. So I couldn't transfer that order to the other store. I had to wait till early this morning to finally get those cards, and sure enough, I go to the other location, the other Walmart, and I look at the cards, the exact same problem. So I now realized maybe it's my fault for using Photoshop to lay this out, and the weird thing that happens when you place an order online versus when it actually gets to the printer could be completely different. So that was a fun, dramatic, a long time. I was making so many calls yesterday trying to figure out ways to transfer the order, cancel my first order. Whole bunch of great stuff there. I'll be super glad to finally get these Christmas cards out there. Anyway, if you want to get a hold of me, 208-535-1015. That is the number to do so. I'll be right back here shortly with Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101. Today, November 25th, shopping reminder day. It's 1 month till Christmas. That means the holiday shopping season is upon us. You can already see the crowds going in and out of Walmart and various other stores here in the area. Make sure to drive through those parking lots safely. I was turning down one way, and some lady with her dog, out of all things, was in the middle of just the street there, and she just froze because the car was approaching. Luckily, I stopped, and she proceeded to go. But yeah, you got to be careful walking around in those parking lots. There's people rushing to get all of their Christmas shopping done. Now, if you were smart, unlike me, you would have shopped a whole lot earlier. For me, I just kind of place online orders and here and there sparingly, and I might just ship them back to my parents' place instead of wrapping them. I'll have Amazon do it for me. There was a $10 T-shirt deal for Hot Topic that I took advantage of. Bought someone else I know a T-shirt and bought my own a Day to Remember T-shirt that should be here in the mail tomorrow. I'm hoping it turns out great. It's a cool looking T-shirt. I wish I had more money to spend for shopping reminder day, but I literally have nothing left. So yeah, I'm just gonna be giving IOU notes out for the holiday season. Shopping reminder day. Be careful driving around out there. K-Bear 101, my friend Jose texted the group chat saying he's leaving for Texas tomorrow because that's where he's from. He's going to be heading there for Thanksgiving break. And me and my friend Matt, we were sort of giving him grief like, dude, why would you want to leave that late? You should have left yesterday to avoid the holiday traveling. I could not imagine traveling to the airport in Southern California, especially during peak travel season. You got Thanksgiving. even Christmas. Anytime in December, I know to basically not go down there. I tried last year. Last year was a little bit of a scary experience trying to leave Idaho Falls, go back down to Southern California because the plane finally left the gate, and then the pilot had to defrost the wings because we took forever to finally get in the air. Luckily, it took off. I was real worried last year that I would miss Christmas with my family and be stuck out here. Part of me just wants to say forget the airport and drive the 13 hours, but 13 hours one way is way too long. But yeah, I'm looking here at this. At least it's not bad for me. At least I can travel by myself. At least I can just solo travel and not have to worry about kids. There's a whole survey here that I'm reading about parents with kids between the ages of 5 and 12 saying that they're the most stressed out 3.5 hours into the journey because you not only have to worry about yourself, you have to worry about these young ones too. You have to keep track of them. And I would be humiliated on the plane if I had one of those kids that was just screaming his head off because there's nothing really you can do besides, do the whole shh, 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 like the deflating balloon sound that never helps. It never helps. You just annoy everybody else around you when you do something like that. Shh, shh. I think there was a to each their own question where I asked, what is your favorite dish on Thanksgiving? What dish do you look forward to the most on Thanksgiving? Well, here's the opposite. Side dishes, they're extremely popular at Thanksgiving. People preferring the sides over to the actual turkey. But not all sides get lots of love, like the macaroni and cheese, or potentially, I don't know, not even the yams either. Just the mac and cheese is the one that's like, okay, that's going to be gone real quick. Well, here are, according to the Instacart Harris Poll survey, the 5 most hated side dishes. Number 1, cranberry sauce. This tops the list of least favorites, with about 30% of people saying no thanks to this fruity condiment. I don't care for the actual cranberries. I care about the canned cranberries. I love those for some reason. Me and my grandpa used to fight over them all the time. He's gone now, and now I have the cranberries for myself. Maybe that's what I should do at least for Thanksgiving. For some part of a traditional Thanksgiving meal is go to a place like Winco and grab like 2 cans of the canned cranberries and feast on those. Be thankful for that. Green bean casserole, number 2. A quarter of the people surveyed here said they would rather pass in this veggie dish. I don't mind green bean casserole. I like it. It's pretty decent. Roasted autumn vegetables. I feel like this whole list is just going to be fruits and vegetables because people want to pig out on Thanksgiving. Well, I said that until I just saw number 4 here, pecan pie. Ties with roasted veggies at 23% for least favorite. Are you kidding me? Pecan pie is great. I tried it for the first time 2 years ago. Thought it was delicious. And then number 5, the sweet potatoes, yams, the with the marshmallows on top that for some reason people decide to make. No thanks. I'll say no thanks to those. This right here is your Shot Clock Sports Update. It's the end of an era with the New York Giants. The team granted the request of quarterback Daniel Jones to be released. Jones played 6 years for the team, never really got over the hump. It's been an especially big disaster considering the Giants just signed him to a 4-year, $160 million extension a little over a year ago. They spent the money. They no longer have Jones as the quarterback, and they will be very likely to bring another new guy into the building when the 2025 NFL draft gets rolling. One of the most iconic TV sports talk shows is coming to an end. ESPN's Around the Horn, which features a rotating panel of reporters awarded points by host Tony Reilly, will end in summer 2025. The program has been a mainstay of ESPN's late afternoon lineup since 2002. And in other basketball news here, excuse me, Caitlin Clark won't be playing 3-on-3 basketball this winter. Clark turned down a reported $1 million to play 10 weeks for the new Undefeated League, which launches January 17th in Miami. Clark reportedly wants to be able to rest and prep for the new WNBA season, which makes total sense. That starts in May. That does it for your Shot Clock Sports Update right here on K-Bear 101. Peach's Pit Party on K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station. If you're frustrated, you want to take your frustrations out on something instead of breaking something nearby or potentially hurting yourself in trying to break something like your fist through a wall for some reason, don't do that. Scientists find that yelling at AI chatbots can make you feel better. If your boss is making you upset, just go on to ChatGPT, say, hey, can I vent to you for a second? And just start screaming at it. ChatGPT, just a robot, Just a software, I should say. Just artificial intelligence would make you feel a whole lot better. Just to type in all caps, let it all out. K-Bear 101, people are betting on anything, and I mean anything. I just saw this tweet on, of course, Twitter, about people betting on a Roomba pool. Yeah, there's a Roomba on a pool table, and it's going around pushing all the balls. People are cheering it on, and there's even dollar bills on the top of the Roomba, like what people have wagered for the bet. This would be quite entertaining. It's almost like watching the DVD logo go around the screen. That's what it looks like. One guy I'm watching a video right now as I'm doing this break. The Roomba just pushed 2 balls into the pocket there. This could be fun. If you have a pool table and you have a Roomba, try it out at your next gathering. Try it out on Thanksgiving on Thursday. Let me know how it goes. Well, for some reason, Gen Zers are bored, and they're now canceling ranch dressing. I was reading here about this new demographic report on the food preferences for young 20-somethings, showing a massive shift in their palates, including the rejection of America's second favorite condiment, ranch. Runner-up to mayonnaise was called overrated by Gen Zers, according to the data analyzed by Rubik's Foods. Although 20% they're over ranch dressing, period, about close to half of them said that unique flavor twists on the classic ranch could make it go down easier. Why is ranch getting hated on, and blue cheese exists? Why? Blue cheese is one of the worst dressings. Ranch is perfect for wings, salads, fries, a whole bunch of stuff. This separates me from Gen Z. I like ranch, and I'm keeping my ranch. Ranch is not getting canceled. ChatGPT coming in clutch for this break here. I asked him, hey, what are some weird stories going around in the news right now that I don't know about? And it gave me a legitimate article about how the Swedish minister's bizarre banana phobia makes international news headlines. Their minister for gender equality and work life allegedly suffers from an irrational fear of bananas that prevents her from coming anywhere close near the popular fruit. She first mentioned her banana phobia in a since-deleted 2020 tweet, describing it as the world's weirdest phobia, but the issue recently resurfaced, made national news in Sweden after the Express newspaper published a series of leaked emails that revealed the strength of her aversion to the yellow fruit. The Undertaker, the very famous wrestler, there's a whole thing about him being terrified, and I mean terrified, of cucumbers. There's been jokes about it on his podcast, and he even confirms that he's highly afraid of cucumbers. Bananas are great. Cucumbers are great. I don't know how you could be afraid of a fruit in any way, shape, or form. It's kind of weird. K-Bear 101, Idaho's only rock station, a popular Chinese clothing store, sparked controversy. They were showcasing their products on female models walking on treadmills rather than these old-fashioned mannequins. I guess they thought it was an innovative idea. You could say that the marketing team at Chinese designer brand, the brand store ITIB, was thinking outside the box when they decided to replace plastic mannequins with live models just walking on small treadmills. The official explanation was that the new way of displaying garments really allowed customers to see how they would fit when moving around than in that stationary position. It makes total sense. I feel bad for the live models, though. Like, how long were they on these treadmills? You see these mannequins, and you think, like, oh, man, those clothes would look like that on me. Maybe I should get that outfit. You decide to try it on, and, man, it looks nothing like that. I have to put myself back into reality whenever I see a mannequin go, yeah, that sweater is going to look like a crop top on me. A Florida man was recently dubbed the luckiest person in the world, but he had to first be very unlucky to earn that title. His name's John Christian. He works as a tree trimmer. He was about 30 feet above the ground in a bucket truck when he struck a large beehive. The agitated bees quickly attacked him. John's coworkers kept shouting up to him to jump out of the bucket, which he ultimately did, first hitting a rooftop and then rolling off onto the ground. It was a 30-foot fall. But that didn't even stop the swarm as the beast continued to attack and sting him. The rest of the crew pulled him away, rushed him to the hospital. He was stunned more than 100 times. Remarkably, suffered no broken bones or any other major injuries from the fall. A bee expert identified the buzzers as killer bees and was shocked that he had survived so many stings. John added, the doctor said that it either had superhuman strength or I'm the luckiest person in the world. I'm glad he survived. I'm glad he's okay. I feel like I would just quit my job if I experienced something like that. With Black Friday coming up, Victor and I will be here in studio to do our live shows. I think most of the office will be out that day just because, people want to have the day off. It's the day after Thanksgiving. I'm not really doing much on Thanksgiving, and I would love to use that day as a catch-up day for stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and can't really spend money, so I don't necessarily want to be sitting at home wishing I had money to spend on great deals for the holidays. Was looking here at some Black Friday etiquette, some Black Friday tips, or 8 tips to make it easier. Which Black Friday as a whole has completely changed, hasn't it? Like, it's no longer just Friday, you wake up early, you go to the store that you want to go to the most that has the best deals, and I mean great deals. Back in the day, there were some awesome deals that my parents would take advantage of. I remember as a kid, my mom telling me, "Hey, we're gonna be out. We're gonna be gone when you wake up." Grandpa, who we call Bappa, because my sister nicknamed that when she was real young, would watch over me and her while my parents were away. My parents would usually come back with donuts, and they would, secretly buy some stuff and then take it they would take it through the side route of the house to get it hidden, so me and my sister did not see anything that they bought. Black Friday is now like this month-long sort of online / in-store experience that you could just walk into Walmart right now and see all their Black Friday deals. And I think all of them end around December 1st, but there will still be sales throughout the month of December too. But going to this list, be early, not pushy. One of the biggest problems with Black Friday shopping is that people can't resist showing up late, cutting in line. If you are committed to Black Friday, you better show up early. But don't push your way to the sales when you do. Don't be that person that's like, get out of my way, and shoving people. Let's overall not look like that scene out of, what's that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Kindergarten Cop? Or no, it's Jingle All the Way. That's what it is. Eat before you show up. Nothing is worse for a crowd than hunger, and a simple breakfast can help keep you calm. Keep anxiety down. Keep your preteens at home is another tip here. Black Friday really is rated R in nature, is what this article says, and should be for adults only. Isn't there that classic clip of some mom and her daughter at a toy store going, "I can't believe some lady just ripped the doll out of my daughter's hands." And then they cut quickly to another woman saying, "I got the doll. I got the doll." It's a classic clip. I got to get it posted on our social media pages if I can find it at KBear 101 FM. Peach's Pit Party on KBear 101, Idaho's only rock station. I saw known YouTuber and Twitch streamer Nick Nocturnal just announced his Nick Nocturnal Awards for this year. I haven't seen the nominees or anything yet. I just saw that he announced that it was going to happen once again this year. Here soon enough. And it was quite a success last year. I was shocked to see how many musicians were actually looking forward to the awards last year. I was wanting to do something similar for here on K-Bear, to do the K-Bear End of the Year Awards, but with how stuff is looking, I might not even have time to try doing anything for that. I would love to have a little thing we have in our app to where you can just say, okay, this was Album of the Year, this was Artist of the Year, and so on and so forth. But that would take a lot of behind-the-scenes work that I'm not all that necessarily ready for, so I might just go the easy way and go on our Facebook and type in, who do you think was the Artist of the Year? Let me know in the comments and, go off of that. There we go. At some point, we'll have to do, maybe next year, we'll have to plan the KBear 101 End of the Year Awards. So I once again asked ChatGPT to come up with a question for me, because both times last week when I used a ChatGPT-generated question, it went over extremely well. I think last Thursday was when I had the most answers ever since moving to Peach the Roan to the 4 p.m. hour. And so this one was kind of a fun question that I saw. I'm like, you know what? Let me go along with this question here. If you were a flavor of potato chip, what would your flavor be called? And what's in it? I saw smoky bourbon. I don't know how that would taste. Coffee and bourbon from Tom as well. Josh writing red pepper jelly. Then you had Tyson just simply putting sour cream and cheddar. It's pretty clear what's in it. If you were a flavor of potato chip, what would your flavor be called? What's in it? Let me know at 208-535-1015 right now for To Peach Their Own. Hey, K-Bear, how's it going?
Hey, Peaches, how are you?
Doing fantastic. If you were a flavor of potato chip, what would your flavor be called, first of all?
Bold, sweet, and sour.
Ooh, nice. That does sound great. I was thinking for my answer here, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, something to do with my last name. Maybe do peach habanero.
Yeah, peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream, a nice sweet chip. That could, yeah, sure. Something like that. I like that answer a lot. Peaches and cream. That is a potato chip. I don't think that would sell well. 208-535-1015. If you were a potato chip, if you were a flavor of potato chip, what would your flavor be called? What's in it? Let me know. 208-535-1015. K-Bear, what is happening?
Hi, I have an answer to your question about the potato chip.
Yeah, if you were a flavor of potato chip, what would your flavor be called?
I would be called sweet but spicy.
Sweet but spicy. I like that. What would be the sweetness to it? Like a sweet and sour sauce, almost?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Interesting. I like that. What do you think about the peach habanero answer that I had?
I do like that. I would definitely try that. I love peaches, so.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I saw some people on the Facebook group put smoked Gouda and Gruyere mac and cheese. Now, that sounds even better.
That does sound really good, too, actually.
Then I saw some Lay's dill pickles with jalapeno dusting on top. Another great answer. A lot of great answers with this question. Very unique.
That would be a good one, too. Or like maybe like a potato chip and like a Hawaiian pizza flavor.
Oh, yeah, definitely. K-Bear, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Now, if you were a flavor of potato chip, James, what would your flavor be called?
Well, first off, we need to know what the bad spots in potatoes are actually named, because it would be made exclusively of that.
Bad spots in potatoes, official term. Let me Google search that real quick. Hold on here.
I would have, but I'm carrying groceries.
The general rule. Okay, just show me the thing. I think it's just called the bad spot.
Okay, so bad spot chips?
Oh, I'm sorry. Blemishes. There we go.
Oh, blemish chips, even better. It sounds fancier. We can charge a premium.
Yeah, exactly. Make your brand sound a little pretentious. Maybe put it in the French language, and there you go. Thanks for listening to Peach's Pit Party, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Peach's Pit Party is hosted by me, Peaches, and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com. Until next time, Peach out.